But first, I want to thank all of you for being here and supporting the Friends of Scott, because obviously done a lot for all the children around San Diego Children's Hospital. And like she said, I was diagnosed when I was 17 years old with non-Hodgkin lymphoma. I was diagnosed with a tumor in my chest that was about 10 centimeters to the side of my face. And from that, they started treating me, doing all the normal routine stuff. And after that, I lost my immune system, which comes with a lot of chemotherapies, and I got diagnosed with a rare fungal infection that a lot of people never heard of, which is called Mucor. And that fungal infection in the hospital, I later found out, I hadn't seen in over 5 years. And in the history of the hospital of over 50 years, there had been no survivors on record at all. And when I started treatment for Mucor, I had to stop treatment for cancer because it was kind of fighting two deadly diseases at the same time with no immune system. And luckily, with the help of the doctors and everyone, I got through the Mucor, which helped me to go back to cancer treatment. And once I finished the Mucor treatment, I kind of got to go out more and be out in the hospital and get to meet a lot more people. And I got to meet Carmen walking through the halls of the hospital. And from the start, she was really great to me and invited me out to the prom, which is an event that they put on that gives all the kids an opportunity to go and have a prom when some of these children might not ever get that opportunity. And for me, the very first prom was big because I hadn't really spent a lot of time outside of the hospital yet, and I didn't really get to meet a lot of the patients because when I was inpatient, I was just really sick and tied to the bed basically. And so I went to the first prom and just enjoyed life for the first time in a while, and I got to hang out with so many patients that are going through a similar situation as me that just made me realize that I'm not the only one and there's so many more like me. And after that, I continued to want to be involved, and I've been to every prom since. And a big thing that happened with me for the first prom was right before I got to a room with the boy that I'd never met before. His name was Juan, and he became one of my best friends because we were both going through a similar situation. And prom ended up being the last time we ever got to get out of the hospital. He ended up passing away right after, but after prom I got to talk to him, and he had the time of his life, and he got to go to his high school prom. He got that because of Friends of Scott and because of what they did for him. And unfortunately, after that, I got to go to my second prom, and this prom kind of had this same typical effect on me. I got to meet a girl named Adeseli who instantly became family to me. And it wasn't family by blood, it was family by cancer. And she quickly became a little sister to me. Every day in the hospital, I took care of her. I'd always take her to get food from the cafeteria and hang out with her. Just did everything together. And she was getting more and more sick, but I didn't really realize it. And before prom, she had a little attitude. She was kind of iffy about going, and I convinced her to go and talk to her. And she had one last night in her perfect little dress with her makeup done and her hair done, and got it all done up. And she got to go to that one last prom. And if it wasn't for Friends of Scott, she would have never got to have that opportunity to go to the prom. And I thank you for that, and thank you for that opportunity for so many of these kids. And after Araceli passed away, I kind of realized that me and Carmen really had a lot in common, and that was I wanted to dedicate my life to childhood cancer awareness because some of these kids, their stories will never get told if no one ever tells them. And I want to be someone that gives those stories an opportunity to be told and be able to share them with everyone and potentially get childhood cancer awareness just as big as any of the other cancer awarenesses, and make it known globally to everybody so people know that there's innocent children struggling every day to battle this disease. And that's kind of where I'm at now. I'm in college studying psychology and eventually going to dedicate my life to either a nonprofit or doing some type of business where everything goes straight towards childhood cancer awareness. And without the help of you guys, stuff like this isn't possible. So I really appreciate everyone coming out tonight, and I want to thank everyone for having a good time and coming out to support your class. And thank you all.
I want to add something to that. We hear the word cancer, we want to run.